Good Sunday afternoon to those of you tuning in live here on Tenacious Sports. Anybody watching this after the fact, hope all of your Julys have been moving right along so far in a good way. Just watched the conclusion of the British Open today, and so in honor of that, and kind of like the end of the 2022 PGA Royal and Ancient Club, etc., major championship season, I figured we would get back here on track with the Tenacious Golf Tour and close out Tournament 25. That would leave 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 5 tournaments left after this. The Toronto Challenge is the tournament in question today. It is a C-tier tournament, which means only one or two of the top 50 from last season, I believe that's the way I have it set up, 50. One or two of the top 50 are actually enrolled in this tournament, registered in the tournament, so this is a chance for some lesser golfers to try and earn some money, maybe get their first tour victory, maybe get would be good towards getting their tour card for the following year and probably the year after that, and just be able to kind of jumpstart their careers. So you'll have some names here you recognize, you'll have some that you don't, but let's kind of get right to it here and conclude this tournament. So Oakville, Ontario, and the hole that we had shown there at the top, I believe, is the hole which was the site of one of Tiger's most memorable shots. So, but with that regard, we're just going to go ahead and get going here with this conclusion of this tournament. Let me adjust the camera a tad. That's a little better. So, the leaderboard for you, top golfer through 11 holes is Marshall Weber. He started the day in the lead and remains at minus 18. Him and Gora Morisaki have both had their ups and downs this round. Weber started with 2 birdies in 3 holes to begin the round, but then took a couple of bogeys as the front 9 progressed, and that's where he stands. He's on 4 pars in a row. Morisaki, much the same, but two birdies early up through 5, and then 7 and 8 were bogeys, which brought him back to being 1 behind. Gareth Leonard is the guy who is maybe the one guy from the top 50 who got into this tournament, who made this and you'll see the ranking there. Kleckner's 21. So the rankings that you see are actually current money list rankings, not previous season's priority. But anyway, Leonard, definitely one of the top golfers from the previous season, has had a good showing here. He's 1 back of Weber as well. The Scot is 1 back. And then 2 behind Glenn Frizzard, the American. Tatsuo Shono has had another kind of up and down round. He's had 4 birdies and 3 bogeys to kind of scatter his card with some goods and not so goods. And an emerging contender, I already rolled off the emerging contender with it being even. We needed 2 rolls, and I did get one of them to produce an emerging contender, and it's going to be Sebastian Sato, who is French, and he is 4 under on his round today, minus 16. He's going to be playing the 16th here. So that's where we stand, and we can just go through. Carter Jacobs on the leaderboard there, the Canadian. He is a custom card. You can see him down in the bottom right corner. He has not fared so well in this round, but he's right there. You never know what happens. We saw how Cameron Smith took control of the British Open today, so you never know. Sometimes that kind of thing happens. Kleckner has gone minus 2 so far, looking to further solidify a top 20 positioning in the money. heading towards the final tournament. CJ Hope and Dale George minus 13. They're 5 back, and then Benicio Vazquez 6 back. Reasoner. I'm just going to play everybody out here. So we're going to start on 16 with Sato. This is a short par 5, 516 yards, and I'm not really going to go through too much of the descriptions. The closing holes here, actually the back 9 here at Glen Abbey is pretty reasonable, pretty easy fare for these guys. So let's go with Sato. He started out in the set, but he did not have a card produced in the set that I'm using here, so I had to make my own. Very much similar to his other card, just maybe a tweak or two. And so he is going to go, and it'll be 2, 3, 4. And this may actually lead to an eagle putt here. Let's see, 2, 3, 4. Is it direct? Yes, it's a direct green. So a moderate eagle putt. He could join the lead here if he gets a 1 or a 2. He doesn't have any blue chips, so he needs the green die to come up his friend, and it does not. Now, the easy birdie is a 1 to 4. Can he get another one low? No, he does not. So now this is going to be a par, and I hate this rule, but it's gimme par, and I really do not like how moderate eagle goes to easy birdie. I feel like if you're going to have an eagle putt, it's a lot less likely you end up with a par than what ends up happening. But it's the way it goes, and maybe someday there'll be a mod that more, what I would feel like is more accurately determinant of how that would play out. Okay, we're going to go to 15 now, par 3. 141 yards, so pretty short. Swirling winds and sloping green are the problems here. So it does create some scoring issues. You'd think that a 141 yard par 3 wouldn't be too bad, but it does have 4 degrees of difficulty. So our golfer who has the tee here is going to be Bob Kleckner. And it's going to be 14, which is he laser? He isn't, so he ends up in the sand. Off the tee. So green side bunker. Green 4. He's not chunky, so he'll have a moderate par putt. Needs a 1 to 5, and he holes it out. Now Benicio Vazquez, Spaniard. Okay, so 26 is he laser? He is laser, so he will end up with golf cam green, but it is a challenging green, so that's a tough one there. So par 3, is it challenging? Yes, he needs a clutch putt for par, and so he needs a 1 through 3, and he misses, so that's going to lead to an easy bogey. So Vazquez is going to bogey 15, and if I were moving guys out of contention, he would definitely be one to think about. And Gage Valentine, not even on the leaderboard at this point. We're just going to go ahead and play him, and he does get 1, 2, 3. That's golf cam green. Green 1. Is it challenging? Yes, a double difficult putt for par. So we're going to use the lag rule. I'm not going to explain it here. I've done it many, many, many times. So this is easy bogey. So we couldn't get anybody on golf cam course. That would have been a chance to maybe get a birdie, because it is a semi-cordial hole. Okay, 457 yard par 4, 14th is going to be where we go with CJ Hope, the third from last group. It's a pretty tough hole, semi-daunting, and a semi-challenging green, and 5 degrees of difficulty, so par is something that you would like to see if you can help it. 25 is going to be golf cam course. Green 2, is it cordial? No. Is it daunting? It is, so it needs a clutch bogey putt. So he has 2 red chips. He'd love to get rid of one of them here with a 1 or a 2. Doesn't, so he's going to get another one. We're going to have to spray these out here somewhere along the way in. All right, so now the easy double bogey, which he makes. Tough go of it there on 14 for CJ Hope. John Reesner. 44. Golf Cam Green. And it's a par 4 green 2. Friendly, no challenging. It's going to be because of the decide or die here. I guess you can't see my finger there. Now you can. So it's a clutch putt for par. So he has a little bit better chance here, Reesner. But he's still going to miss it. And so an easy bogey. $14 and $15 seem to be the climax of difficulty on this back 9. White 6, he will take that for a par. So, well, I'll tell you what. This is a par 4, yeah. So, yeah, he'll take his par. Dale George, 5 back. You get some of the leaders up in here into 14 and 15, and maybe a couple of these back markers will have an opportunity. So Gareth Leonard will be up at the 13th. So on the surface, this 558-yard par 5 seems like maybe it wouldn't be so bad. It's double cordial and friendly, but 4 degrees of course difficulty means that you're rarely going to you're going to end up with some hazards. You can get your golf cam courses here, which get you to the cordial. Again, your white 6 will get you a birdie, but so Gareth Leonard is going to go here. But your chances of eagle are pretty much nil. He's lucky here. It's a course controlled 12. He avoids the water on 13, but ends up in the sand in 3. Finds the bunker in a 1. Workman. He isn't a workman, so he does have a pin chance here. Maybe a chance at knocking it in. Needs a 1 and a dot, and it's a 5. So that's going to lead to a moderate par putt. Needs to avoid the 6, and he does. So Leonard pars and stays 1 back. Tatsuochono, Japanese player. These guys have blue chips. We could think about using one here, but if you can, there's another 12. There's a 1, so almost the same roll. He's not a workman, so again, a pin chance. That's a 6. That's a difficult par putt. 1 to 4, or 1 to 3 misses it. Moderate 1 to 5 for bogey. He does make that. He's going to drop a shot back to minus 15. He'll be 3 back. And Glenn Frassard, who has been lurking. This guy has been sneaky here so far. And here he gets a 1, so 2-6-6. He has control on this hole. See if he can turn that into a birdie to get within 1, right? Yeah. King or Shaper. He's neither of those. Hacker, no. Semi-champion with a dot. Okay, he's got an easy birdie. He'll burn a blue chip to make it a gimme birdie putt, and barring 6s, he makes it. And Frassard moves to minus 17. Could we get another new winner? We have 3 out of the top 4 guys who have not won before, and then we have Leonard, who is still right in the thick of it. Speaking of Marshall Weber, he'll be the first to play here at the tough 12th. 202-yard par 3. You got water at 14, 33, and 55, so a few chances there at putting it in the drink. Another lofted shot's required as golfers attempt to carry the creek in bunkers. So Weber only has one chip, so he can't try that. And it's going to be 26. He's in the bunker, front of the green, in 1. Got to try and get up and down for par. A green 2 should make it possible. He is not sandy, so he still ends up with a moderate par putt. Only the 6 would ruin this hole, and he gets a par. And he will take his par and walk away. Carter Jacobs. He's 3 back. Needs to make a move here. 13 is going to be rough in 1. And then the green 3. He's not a workman, so it'll be a gimme par putt. So he gets up and down with relative ease here. Makes that. Down in the lower left are your putt tendencies or putt percentages. Now, Gora Morisaki, another Japanese player. He's 1 back. 11. So that's also rough in 1. Green 2. Is he a master? No. Okay, so moderate par putt. And he also gets his par. So the lead group gets through 12 with all pars. No injuries for any of them to their score. So we're going to move right on to the 17th. With Sebastian Sato. Sebastian. And a hearty hello to John West and Dwayne Martz. Yeah, I've taken a little bit of a respite here for a few weeks. I gotta turn my fan on here. Just, you know, it's summer, and things just kind of got a little crazy at times in some ways, and just also just needing to take a breather. You know, sometimes you got to do that in life. So 17th is a 436-yard par 4. Have to remember, if the course controls, there is a caution symbol there, the triangle warning sign, which means that a regular putt scale would have to slide 1 more difficult. So if you roll a 2, 3, 4, or 5 on the white die and you end up with a putt that is anywhere from difficult to gimme, you will have to make it 1 worse. So Sato going to finish out 17 here. He had a great chance for an eagle and to tie the lead, and he couldn't make that or the follow-up birdie. So he's kind of licking wounds at this point. 35 is Golf Cam course. Green 5 on the par 4. Daunting or scatter? Neither of those. So he does have a clutch birdie putt. He is neutral. He needs a 1 to 3 to get to minus 17 and to give himself a chance to play 18 with maybe a chance to put up a minus 18 in the clubhouse. Let's see. And he misses it. He'll earn a red chip. He'll have to spend that on 18. And now an easy par. So another wasted opportunity for Sato. You hate to see that. Another guy that could be looking for his first tour victory here. And all right, so Bob Kleckner, 3 back. If he could get an eagle here, that would really bolster his chances for his tour first victory on tour. 145. Not sure that's going to get him a chance at an eagle. 145. He's not a duffer. He's not a hacker, and it's not a firm green, so we're going to go to Golf Cam green. It is a friendly green, so that should send him along his way. Yeah, clutch birdie putt. Now he needs blue chips. He can't really afford to. Can he? he feels like he's got to take the chance. He needs a 1-3 here to get a second blue chip and then birdie. That would get him to -16, tied with Sato. 2 back with 2 to play. Can he get it? And no, he loses his blue chip, and that will probably thwart his chances here. That's going to be the end of it. And he's lucky to make his easy par. So, tough break there for Kleckner. We have Benicio Vazquez next up. He's gonna give the course control here. This is an easy hole. If he can get on one of the Golf Cam courses, should have a clutch birdie chance. 46 is Golf Cam course, and then a green 1. Let me see something. Right, so green 1 cordial. Yeah, it's double cordial, so clutch birdie putt. Now, he cannot earn a red chip because he already spent one, so a 1-3. He also can't earn a blue chip. 1-3 for a birdie, and he misses it. So now, the easy par with no reward. He does make it. No reward or no penalty. Now, Gage Valentine. 1-1-3. We go to the par 5 chart. Not scatter, not champion, not hacker. So he gets a moderate birdie putt. Needs a 1 or a 2, and he misses that. Easy par now. 5s and 6s are the fare of the day here at Glen Abbey. We've been on a little bit of a high roll run here with some of those. All right, back to 15 with Dale George. 24. He's in the sand with his tee shot. He's going to have to get up and down from the bunker. Fortunately for him, these are not pot bunkers like at St. Andrews. He is not chunky, so he has a gimme par. So Dale George holds out with a 3 on 15. Remains at -13. Reasoner way out of it here, but he's going to have 2, 3, 4 on the par 3. What is that going to lead to? Dynamic. No, he's not dynamic. So experience. 2 asks if he's an icon. If he is, which he is, that's going to be a gimme birdie putt. So Reasoner should hold that out, and he does. So a birdie for Reasoner. He has been on a real ugly round, so he'll take whatever he can get at this point. CJ Hope. He'll give the course control here. He's got too many red chips. He's got to start pushing the buttons here. He's hoping for Golf Cam course. 25. Golf Cam green, that's going to be challenging. So that's not likely to be good for him. 6, is it friendly? No. Is he laser? Unfortunately, he's had a bunch of chances at laser in this round, and none of them have come up with a decider die. Yes, because he's semi. Clutch putt for par. And he does make... Wait, he's semi-rust. He can't earn another one. He already spent a chip anyway, so... Semi-rust, so it's going to be an easy bogey. He makes that. And Hope is losing hope quickly. So for Zard coming off a birdie at 13, now he's got to play this tough hole, the 14th. He'd love a white 6. Probably won't get it. Nope. 24 is rough and 2 with a green 3. He should be able to get up and down, you would think. Rough and 2 with a green. He's not at Workman, so give me par. And he makes it. I was going to say, it'd be fun if you could do, like, you take a blue chip, you take a blue chip and downgrade a level on the putt, and you lose that and another one, if you miss it. So take that gimme to make it easy. That might be fun. But it's like selling short on the stock market, but we're not going to do that. Gareth Leonard. I think he's going to save the chip for 15. Doesn't quite have the best traits, does he? So 16 is he is a shaper, so he's going to end up golf camp course, which is probably less favorable for him. Cordial, no. Daunting, yes. Clutch, bogey. So there you go. Gold, semi-gold. He does make the clutch bogey putt, but that's going to drop him back to minus 16. And so he's going to have to make up some strokes on the way in here. He just gave another one away. That's a second bogey. 3 birdies on the day. So Schwono. Golf camp course. Lucky here. So is it daunting? No, it's because of the decider die. So clutch putt for birdie. He is neutral. Let's see, what is he at here? He is at minus 15. He needs to double up. Needs a 1 to 3 here to get 2 chips. And he has it. It's a birdie for Shono and gets to minus 16. So a good result on the gamble. And he will head to the final 4 holes with 2 chips. Been a long day. I'm yawning here, but it'd be good to get this tournament all squared up here and finished and see who's going to win it, because we only have 5 tournaments after this. Weber at the 13th, the moderately difficult par 5. He gets a white 6. That's going to be a birdie. He doesn't earn a blue chip, but he will get the double cordial birdie and extend his lead to 2. Morisaki will have to, well, it'll be Carter Jacobs first, but Morisaki's going to want to answer that. Man, yawning. 13 is water, so he goes in the drink. Carter Jacobs. Been the theme today, a little off his game. He's ranked 163rd. This would do wonders for his chances to get his full tour card for next year, but it's not looking so good at this point. So water in 2, green 5. Is he an icon? No, he isn't. So a moderate bogey putt. He holds that. I'm not bored by this. I'm just, for some reason, I'm in a real relaxed state right now. Okay, Morisaki, 45. He's in the rough in 2, green 4, so not much of a chance to equal this. He's not a workman, so he ends up with a double difficult birdie putt. Oh, crap. I feel like I need to stand up. So he's going to lag the double difficult birdie, make it an easy par, and he makes that. All right, I'm going to have to stand up here because I think maybe that's a part of it. Part of my yawning is I'm just parked here on my stool. All right, so with just a couple holes left to play here, we've got Marshall Weber extending his lead to 2. Would that be a neat guy to get his first victory? That'd be a what is he ranked here? He's a 3A, so he's in the top. He's a top 60 kind of golfer. He might catch a break every once in a while, and he's playing well today. If he can get through 14 and 15 with pars, he might just be able to coast his way down the stretch. We'll have to see. Okay, we're to the 524 yard par 5, 18th. Double cordial, friendly, direct. It is a scoring hole. Sato is going to have to use the red chip, and he's going to use it to put in a black 6, I believe, is what you do with. I'll double check here, but I'm like 99.9% sure it's the black 6 with a red chip. Blue, you can use 1 or 6. So the black 6, 136 is the roll. Duffer or scatter, no. Utility, yes. Oh, he's going to have a gallery groans. Can't earn the red chip for that, but will follow through. Green 3, is he a master? No. He'll end up with a moderate par putt, and this should be the end of his round. Makes his par. The moderate was 1-5. So Sato finishes minus 16. Don't think that's going to cause Weber or Morisaki or Frizard any real troubles here coming down the stretch. So good showing, though. That should put him up the point some. Maybe top 5, depending on how the others finish. Maybe that gets him into the top 100. That'd be good. Good for Sato. All right, so Kleckner at 17th. No chips to use. Needs a break. Needs a 1. Doesn't get it. 26. Golf Cam course. With a green 6, he might actually get a birdie putt out of this. It's not daunting, so he is going to get a clutch birdie. He needs a 1-3 here to earn a blue chip and to stay alive. That would move him to minus 16. He would love to get to minus 18. Minus 17 would still possibly give him a shot here. Let's see, 1-3, and he does make it a birdie for Kleckner. Needs some action here, and he got a birdie on one of the closing holes that maybe you wouldn't expect a birdie so often. So see if Kleckner can make 18 his hole. And so Vasquez next to play. 26, also Golf Cam course. Green 3, cordial no, daunting no. It'll be a clutch putt for par for Vasquez. He needs a 1-3, and he gets it. He'll earn a blue chip. He'll have one to improve a putt on 18 potentially. And now Gage Valentine. He'll earn a second blue chip. He'll have a couple to spend on 18 to improve putt. So that's a par. Patient par. All right, back to 16. The other par 5 here to close out. 2 really accessible par 5s. Unfortunately for Reasoner, I think he's too far back to take advantage of them towards a victory. But anyway, he's going to roll 45. He gets the white 5, which is course control. 45, rough and 1. So a poor drive. And he's not a master, so he's going to end up with an easy par putt. So an easy par 5 can't earn a birdie chance. He does get a par. Well, I meant Reasoner. I put the par in for George. Yeah, let's see if George is next up on the docket here. But he gets 46. So this would be Golf Cam course. With a double cordial hole, this should lead to a birdie. It's not daunting, so a clutch birdie putt. Semi-gold, he could end up with 4 blue chips. All he needs to do is make this 1-4, and he does. So he'll have plenty of chips to spend on 17 and 18. George moves to minus 14. Yeah, he would need to go birdie eagle and hope. Probably not going to happen. CJ Hope, he's going to use another red chip. He'll use this for black 6. Let's see how that fares for him here on the par 5. 256. Is he legend? No. Direct green, yes. Okay, Karam's near the green. It's going to be special short game. Re-roll the white die. Oh, no, we use the green result. Is he stone? No. Okay, a moderate birdie putt. All right, well, he's going to try and make the moderate birdie. 1 to 2. And he makes a birdie. Wow. So CJ Hope kind of trying to scratch back to respectability here. Might be a little too late for that, but back to the par 3 15th. A little bit tougher. 44 is rough and 1 and a green 4. So it looks like par city for Chono here. Par 3. Rough and 1, green 4. Is he workman? No. Yeah, moderate putt for par. Just needs to have good speed, confident roll, and he makes it. Just don't want to give the hole away on that one. So for Zard, okay, he's going to have a chance here with 2-3-6. Let's see. It's course control or golfer control. 2-3-6. He's not a hacker. So we go to experience. 3 ashes if he's a prospect. He's not. So this is an easy birdie putt. Now, does he use his chip here? Oh, I think he does. Yeah, he's going to go from easy birdie to gimme birdie, and he will move to within 1 as long as he doesn't get 6s, and he's in. A birdie for Frizard, 2 out of the last 3. Moves to -18, and he is going to keep exerting pressure on Marshall Weber here. 4 under par for Frizard on his round. A good round so far. If you can get a birdie on this hole, you will take it, right? And so here's Leonard, 45, golf cam course. Dot means it's going to be cordial. He should have a chance at a birdie here as well. 4. Is it a daunting hole? No. Clutch birdie putt. He's semi-gold, needs a 1 to 4 for a birdie. Oh, and he misses. Green die 5, so that's going to be an easy par, and Leonard has not gotten the breaks today. There's a par. So if anybody watching, feel free to drop a line in the chat. I am monitoring that. As we conclude this round of the Toronto Challenge. We're going to play 14 now. Tough hole. Weber only has 1 chip, so he's hoping for a par here. If he would bogey this, he would join Frizard at -18. So 5 degrees of course difficulty on this one. Pretty much the pinnacle of this course. After this, it goes down in difficulty considerably. 36 is going to be sand and 2 and a green 1. So that is excellent. You want a good lie in the sand if you're going to end up in the sand, and he got it. So is he chunky? No. He's going to have a pin chance. We're going to roll white and the decider die. Can he hole it out here for birdie? Need a 1 and a dot. 3. Easy par, though. He'll take an easy par every day. Just avoid the 6s, and he does. Par for Weber. 1 under on the back here, which is big. He's just added to his lead and hasn't had any blemishes which can derail you around. Now, Gora Morisaki needs to make a move. Looking for his first tour title. He'll take a par on this hole, though. Patient par. He gets his second blue chip. He'll have some leverage to use on the way in. And now Carter Jacobs, as we get to the end of this cycle through the cards. Jacobs, he's gonna be a little bit aggressive here. He's gonna try and take control of this. And he's going to have to use both chips, but he will have control. He's hoping he doesn't go to a golf can green. We'll have to see. 4-5-5. Is he hot? No. Is he gilded? No. Goes to mood. Jacobs is neutral. 5-ass, is he stormy? He's not stormy, so he is going to have a putt for birdie here. It's a moderate putt, and he will be stormy if he misses. He will be sunny if he makes 1 or 2, and he misses it. So Jacobs going to be stormy, and that will lead to an easy par. Oops, wrong die. And he makes the easy. Okay, so we are moving closer and closer here to the end. We're getting the Vasquez Valentine Kleckner group to 18. Kleckner still with an outside chance to put it to 18 under and maybe make these final holes real interesting if you can get somebody in the house. So Kleckner here is going to play 18, this short par 5. He has a chip to make an eagle putt easier if he gets it. He's looking for 1 through 4 on the white die and an eagle combo. Does he get it? He gets a 4. 2, 5, 6. I don't think that will produce it. So legend. He is semi-legend with a dot. Yes. Okay. So he gets another blue chip. It's a Gallery Cheers par 5 edition, but this is not gonna. I don't think he's gonna help. He's not a hacker, so he gets strong applause. He's gonna be able to improve whatever he gets out of this strong applause. It's a 3. It's going to lead to a difficult birdie putt. But we're going to take his 2 blue chips. Moderate, easy. So now he has a 1 to 5 to at least get in there at minus 17. 1 to 4, and he makes it. So Kleckner with a birdie on 17, a birdie on 18. Posts a score at minus 17, tied with Morisaki. Finally updated, and so we'll see if that's gets him anything in this final results other than just maybe a top 3 finish. But that's a great round for him. Minus 4. You will take a I believe that is a 68. You'll take that. Good play here. So Vasquez, he'll have 3, 3, 6. Is Vasquez hot? No. Is he gilded? No. Is he dynamic? No. Experience. So icon. He's not a prospect, so easy birdie is going to be turned into gimme birdie. And so Vasquez will get off that bottom rung of the ladder there, and he does make a birdie. Should move up to 10th alone right there. Now Gage Valentine. Two, 4, 5. Not a legend. Not a champion. Okay, it's going to be short game check. 2. Is he stone? Semi-stone, no dot. So it's going to lead to a pin chance. His pin chance is going to be 3. That'll be an easy par. He'll make gimme. We'll just roll 2. Yeah, they're not 6s. So a par for Gage Valentine to close it out. Not sure where he's at. He went off the screen there. So, all right. Well, my yawning fit has subsided, so I'm going to sit back down. gonna grab another caffeine source here. I just think sometimes when you get to yawning, you just kind of need to get the muscles moving around. Maybe you got a little lactic acid build up in your muscles, kind of talking to your brain, saying, you know, tell that guy that he needs to take a nap. So then the yawns are incited by whatever hormones or other, you know, I don't know what it would be. If it's yeah, I don't know, just whatever it is, just like, maybe you should nap, Earl. And no, we're not going to do that. All right, to 17. Dale George has how many chips? He has 4. He's going to use 1 right off the bat here to take control. And then he's going to end up with 255. Not a legend, not utility, so we go to mood. He is not Sunny. So let's see. So mood, par 4, 2. Is he Sunny? No. It'll be a difficult birdie putt. He'll use 1 more chip to make it moderate. He's hoping that he doesn't have to go into the stormy, and he does. He is stormy now. Now an easy par. He makes that. All right. Fix that so he is stormy. CJ Hope still has a red chip there. Ooh, and golfer control 133. Neither Yeoman nor puny. He's not a hacker, so we go to experience. He's not a prospect, so that's going to lead him to an easy birdie putt, and he's going to try and make it 1 to 4. Misses that, so now it's a gimme par. He's going to turn it to an easy par, and he makes it. So able to shed that last red chip there. And now John Reisner, course controlled 34. It'll be golf cam course chart. Green 4. Is it cordial? No. Daunting? No. It's going to go from an easy to a moderate putt for par. And he does make it. There, my yawns have just come back again. All right, 16. Frizzard. Right in the thick of this. 1 back. Can he find his way to a birdie here on 16 and join Weber at -19? 246, excuse me. Get my reading glasses on here. 346. Did I say 246? 346. Not a bomber. Not utility. Not a firm green. We're going to golf cam green. And 6. Friendly? Yes. Clutch putt for birdie. He'd get a blue chip if he can get a 1 to 3 here. He would also join the lead. Can he get it? He does. Frizzard on a roll. 2 in a row. 3 out of the last 4. And Glenn Frizzard on a charge. 5 under on his round. We'll have to decide whether he's going to use that blue chip on 17 or save it for 18. Tatsuo Shono, 3 back. What can he get going here? 1, 2, 4, par 5. Not a duffer, not a hacker. Semi-soft with a dot. Okay, an easy birdie putt. He's going to use a chip to make it gimme. And he makes it. So a gimme birdie in the hole for Shono. And he moves up to minus 17, so we're getting some action going now. Gareth Leonard, if he could get an eagle here, that would vault him right up to minus 18. 3-4-4. Not Yeoman, not Puny. He is semi-cold, no dot. So we go to mood. Doesn't have a mood. He's not stormy. It's going to lead to an easy birdie putt, and he will use a blue chip to make it gimme birdie so he can avoid the stormy. And he makes it, so he will be sunny. Gareth Leonard, and he gets a birdie. He'll move to minus 17. Everybody in that group birdies 16. We're getting to real crunch time here. Okay, so Kleckner, all these guys are off the screen now. I can... Getting close to being able to move this guy over here. Might be able to do it now, actually. Let's move this up here. Okay, so Marshall Weber. What we could do is we can we're just gonna shorten that up a tad so that it shows everything. All right, so 15, and it's going to be Weber to be the first play here. Semi-cordial hole, so as long as you avoid golf cam green, you should be all right. So 56 is golf cam course, green 1. Cordial or laser? Semi-cordial with a dot. It's going to be a clutch birdie putt. He is semi-gold. If he makes a 1-4 here, he's going to get his one-shot lead back with 3 holes to play. Can he get a 1-4? He would eat up that blue chip if he misses it. Oh, and he misses it. So a good chance at a birdie for Weber goes bye-bye. And now an easy par is the follow-up. He makes that, but this is going to get tight. He stays tied with Frizzard. Now it's going to be Gore Morisaki. 16 is golf cam course. That's par 3 and a 1. Cordial, yes. So a clutch birdie putt for Goro, and he's full gold, 1-5. He should get a blue chip out of this. Oh, and he misses it. The green die, the putting die, is going wrong here. He makes his par. And now Carter Jacobs. Boy, the putts are going bad here of late. All right, 1-3-5. It's going to be Carter Jacobs controlling this on the par 3. Utility or gilded. He's neither of those. He's golf cam green, and it's a challenging green, so look out below. Is it challenging? Yeah, it's a double difficult putt for par, and this is pretty much the way Carter's day is gone. He's going to lag. Easy bogey. He makes it. Okay. So let's just blow this up for a second. Weber in the lead with Frizzard. Those two are tied. You got Morisaki, Leonard, Chono, Kleckner, all 2 back. Sato in the clubhouse. Kleckner in the clubhouse at minus 17. Sato minus 16. And pretty much all the others are on the outside looking in right now. So Dale George playing 18. He could at least, well, this is just formality here in this group. There's nobody here that has any chance at overcoming this, but he's going to go ahead and play George here. So a 2, 5, 6, and he'll be able to. George will be able to improve whatever he gets here. He's not a legend. It is a direct green, so we're going to get. He has a chance to knock in an eagle chip here. Needs to do the pin check. 1 and a decider die, and it's a 4. So the 4 is going to be a moderate birdie. He'll make it gimme. Well, he had 3 chips there, so we'll just go ahead and. He's not going to need them anymore, so that's gimme birdie putt. And he makes them. He could only use 2, but we might as well just throw them all back into the pot there because that round is over. A couple bogeys on the front 9 pretty much derailed any chance of him moving to the top. But he'll get a solid top 10 out of this. Now, CJ Hope, his round has just been a story of his semi-rust putting killing him. This is going to be Golf Cam Green on the 4, 5, 6. Green 6, it is a friendly green, a clutch birdie putt. Now again, here comes his rust rating. Semi-rust, does he finally make one? Nope. Red chip will use it where I allow them to use it on 18, so it's going to lead to a moderate par. He misses that. Easy bogey. He'll make the bogey putt. So Hope his round over John Reasoner. He ends up with a 2, 5, 6. It is direct. Is he legend? No, so it's direct. So we're going to get another pin check here. On the special short game, it's a 2. That's going to lead to an easy birdie putt. So Reasoner with a 1 to 4, and he holds that one out. So Reasoner to -12. That's where he'll finish. 1 over on his round. Okay, now I can extend this to where you can see it a little better because what I'll do is I'm just gonna try and improve my spacing a little bit here. All right, so these are the only groups that are left. And Frizzard, who has clawed his way back to into the lead here, has a chance at 17. Let's see, he's not gonna use his chip here. He's gonna hold on and hope. 24 Golf Cam Green, probably a clutch putt, which could eat his blue chip. Let's see, 5 par 4. Green 5. Friendly, no. Challenging, no. It's going to be an easy. Well, we're going to make it a moderate putt for par. He needs a 1 to 5. And he makes it. So a par for Frizzard. He'll head to 18 at -19. Maybe with a share to lead. Depends on what. Weber's going to play the easy 16th. So Shono. He's going to take patient par and earn another blue chip that he isn't going to be able to use. But probably makes more sense at this point than trying to attack the pin. And now Gareth Leonard. 25 is going to be Golf Cam Course. Green 6 it's not daunting. It's going to be a clutch birdie. Can he get a 1 to 4? He does. So he'll earn back that blue chip, and a birdie for Leonard is going to bring him to -18 within 1. So he's going to have 2 blue chips to use on 18. If he could get an eagle chance, maybe he has a shot to win this sucker. That'd kind of be anticlimactic, wouldn't it? But it's the way it goes sometimes. Back at 16, it's Marshall Weber. Doesn't have any blue chips now. But he's going to get a double cordial birdie. And that's going to regain the lead, -20. With 2 to play. It's going to make Frizzard, he's going to want to birdie 18 at this point and hope for Weber to take an unforced error on 17. Now, Gora Morisaki. 24. It's going to be in the sand and 2. Course control. Terrible break there. Kicks into the bunker. And a green 6. So he's got a terrible lie in that bunker. And he's not sandy. He's going to end up with a double difficult par putt. He's going to have to lag it. And an easy bogey, which he will hole out. That's a tough time to take a bogey. That's pretty much going to end any chance here of a victory for Goro. He's still looking for his first on tour. Carter Jacobs. He's going to end up also with the white 5. So 25 is going to be Golf Cam Course. A little better here with double cordial. This should lead to birdie chance. Yep, it is cordial. So clutch birdie putt. He is semi-gold, and he holes it out. So a birdie for Jacobs. Consolation prize for him. Move minus 14. Maybe have a chance to join Dale George with 2 holes to play here. Maybe a chance to pick up a birdie on 18. All right, so Gareth Leonard coming off a birdie at 17. An eagle would put him right in the mix with Weber. Can he do it? 266. Golfer controlled. He is a shaper. He will get a 3rd blue chip, so he could carry one over if there were a playoff. And it is a green too, so this is a very fortunate roll here for. So is he a champion? No, he's not. Oh boy, so this is going to be polite applause. If he were champion, or if this were a green 3, but it's not. So polite applause. He's going to have to use 2 blue chips here. We're going to roll the white die. Double difficult birdie putt. He's going to have to use 2 blue chips. Difficult birdie. Wait, double difficult birdie. Difficult moderate. So he needs a 1 or a 2 to go to minus 19. So after all this, the hole just didn't play so well for him. The 1 or 2, and he makes the putt. So 3 in a row to close for Leonard, but it may not be enough. He's going to have to hope for bogeys. He's going to have to hope for a bogey from Weber at least. Glenn Frizzard, his playing partner. How's he going to play this hole? 2-2-5. He is a legend. He'll get another blue chip. He'll have 2 to use. Green 2. Is he a champion? Semi-champion, no dot. So he's also going to end up with polite applause. And it's a 4. That will be a double difficult birdie putt. He's going to have to use both chips to get the moderate. Okay, moderate birdie needs a 1 or a 2 to join Weber at minus 20 in the house. And it's in the hole for Zard with a hell of a round. Minus 6. That's a 66. And he's going to force Weber to perform on the way down the pike to close out this round. And now Shono closing out his round. 35 is Golf Cam Course. Course controlled. Green 2. Is it cordial? Yes, it is. It's a clutch putt for birdie. Shono is neutral. He's going to go ahead and use a blue chip. Make himself gold. He makes the birdie putt. And Shono to minus 18. Just a bit short, but a good round from him. A 69 on the day. And that's where that's going to stand. So let's move these guys out of the way here. 17 and 18 with all the play for Weber. Really needs a good result here on 17. 36, he's going to be in the sand in 2 with a green 4. Probably a moderate par putt out of this. Let's see. Sand in 2. Green 4. Chunky, he's not chunky. Moderate putt for par. He needs a 1 to 5. Stay tied with Frizzard. And he makes it. Still holding out. If he can get a birdie on 18, he wins. Carter Jacobs. 26 is Golf Cam Course, green 3. Oh, wait a minute. What did I do here? It should have been a difficult, but it was a 1. Still, it's a fine result. I forgot about the triangle. Weber, though, had a moderate par putt. That makes it difficult, but he rolled a green 1, so we're still good there, I think. So, Golf Cam Course, green 3. Cordial, no. Daunting, no. Clutch putt for par for Jacobs. Semi-gold, and he holds it out. So a par for Jacobs, and now Gora Morasaki, the Japanese youngster, is kicking himself. He had a great chance today, and it's just not coming true. Golf Cam Course, 4, neither cordial nor daunting. It's going to lead to a moderate par putt, and he holds it out. So to 18. And Weber is going to be the first to play out here. I'm not going to get out. You know what? Yeah, I'm not going to get out the other stuff. Let's just play this out. A white 6 wins. Any birdie wins for Weber. He doesn't want a white 5. That could lead to some real heartache here. Avoids the 5. 1, 2, 4. Par 5. He's not a duffer. He's not a hacker. He's not soft. He ends up with a moderate birdie putt. At the very least, he'll end up with an easy par. Needs a 1 or 2 to close it out and win. So to win, he needs this birdie. 1 or 2 would get him the win. Otherwise, he'd need an easy par for a playoff. Can he get the 1 or a 2? Oh, and it's a 4. So now the easy par, he's got to avoid 6s. If he were to roll 2 6s here, Glenn Frizzard shoots 6 under and wins in the clubhouse. And it's good. So we're going to have a playoff here. Par for Weber. Next up, Carter Jacobs. Let's finish this out. 1, 2, 2. Duffer, no. Utility, no. Hacker, no. He's going to have a moderate. We're going to make it gimme. With the 2 chips, he makes it. So Carter Jacobs finishes at 15 under. And now Goro Morasaki. 1, 4, 4. Not a hacker. He is not a champion. A moderate birdie putt will make it easy. 1 to 4, he makes it. And my spreadsheet has frozen up here for a second. Let's see if it comes back. There we go. All right. So Morasaki minus 17. So heading into your playoff, which we're going to do the playoff on 18, and then 16, and then 17. That's how we're going to do it. We're going to do sudden death. We're going to start with 18. It's going to be Marshall Weber and Glenn Frizzard. Neither has a chip. And for this, we are going to use... We will use match play, the match play green. So and one moment here while I do a little bit of gardening. there's that. Let's get a couple of markers here. Let's use the smaller dice. Go with blue and orange. Okay, so we're going to use match play. First time winner on tour here, no matter what. Always a fan of that for whatever reason. It's neat to see new guys have a chance. Well, let's see, we have to roll. So Frizzard finished first, so we're going to go ahead and consider him to be the first. I'm going to roll white and black. Whichever one is lower will be the first to go. Okay, so Frizzard will be first. We'll put blue and orange, alphabetical. B and O. And Frizzard will be the first to play the 18th. So we are ready for our sudden death conclusion. Well, we are almost ready. Let me put in here. All right. So now we're ready. Glenn Frizzard just played the 18th. You're going to play it again here. 2, 3, 6. Par 5. Duffer. No, he's not. He is a semi-scatter. That would be an interesting one if you hit it. But now, direct green it is. This is a direct green. It is a moderate putt for eagle for Glenn Frizzard. Now, he doesn't have any blue chips, but that is a potential game changer here, as now it'll be Marshall Weber. Neither guy has a blue chip, so here we go with this one. White 6, that's a birdie. So Weber with a 3, or no, with a 4. So now it's all on Frizzard here. Can he, if he gets a 1 to 2, he wins it. Otherwise, he's going to need a 1 to 4 to make his birdie to match Weber and to continue the playoff. 1 to 2, Glenn Frizzard is your winner, and it's a 6. Now, he doesn't want another one of those. He needs a 1 to 4 for birdie. Can he birdie? He does. So that's another birdie. And we will go to 17 now. Actually, no, I said 16, right? We're going to go to 16. It'll be another par 5. All right, so same order. Frizzard first. Second playoff hole, 16th, 5-16. Again, double cordial. Again, friendly. Again, direct. Again, 5 degrees of course difficulty, or 1 degree of course difficulty. Now this time, Frizzard will get the automatic birdie. And now it's going to be up to Weber on that double cordial white 6. So now it'll be Weber. Same thing. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Now we will get to 17. I guess this course and the tournament are itching for us to get to 17. So Frizzard again. This time we're going to play off on 17, the third playoff hole. Birdie for both golfers. And he has golfer control. 3-5-5. Frizzard does. 3-5-5. Let's see. Is he king? No. Hacker? No. Experience icon. Is he prospect? He isn't, so he'll have a moderate birdie putt. Marshall Weber. Now, the other thing is, remember, anything that's course controlled ends up with the triangle, making it 1 degree more difficult. Let's see. 46 is going to be Golf Cam course, green 6. Par 4. Is it daunting? No, he's going to have a clutch putt for birdie. He's going to have a semi-gold clutch putt for birdie to win this thing. So we're in the order we do first gimmies. None of those are gimmies. Neither of them are gimmies. So next is away. So away is Glenn Frizzard. He needs a 1-2 to put a birdie up there and force Weber to make his 66% chance clutch putt for birdie. Can you get a 1 or a 2? He makes a 2. He makes a putt. A birdie for Frizzard. The crowd goes wild. This is so intense. These guys are just all over it. And now Marshall Weber with the biggest putt of his career. He needs a clutch birdie putt. He's semi-gold. He would earn a blue chip if he makes it. He needs a 1-4. The crowd goes silent. He addresses the ball. And he makes it. Birdies around as we head back to the 18th for the 4th playoff hole. Who is going to stumble first? Man, this has been great. These guys are playing like great golfers right here. Frizzard again with the tee at 18. One, 3, 5. Duffer or puny? No. Champion or hero? Well, he's semi-champion and semi-hero. This champion is a no. The hero is a yes. Okay, so this is going to be special short game. So now we're going to roll. It's a pin check. Or no, we're going to use the green die. Stone. He's not stone. He has a moderate birdie putt. Not the best chance there. So this kind of opens the door for Weber with a blue chip. Let's see what happens. You have potential for eagle chances here. Who knows? Let's see. Weber. He's going to get his automatic birdie. So that's going to put the pressure on. Glenn Frizzard, he's got to make another moderate birdie putt. He needs a 1 or a 2 to force a 5th playoff hole. Looking for his first tour victory, and it is a no-go. Your winner is Marshall Weber. Give him the honorary par. Let's see, why is this not working? Oh, maybe it's because it doesn't matter. Your winner is Marshall Weber. Marshall Weber on the 4th playoff hole. It takes 4 birdies in a row to win this tournament. And let me see. Let me take a look here and figure out why I'm. Well, I'm going to have to figure that out on my own. But it is Marshall Weber that's your winner. So, anyway. Let's turn this around. Not sure anybody stayed around for the whole thing. which is pretty understandable. This kind of went on a long time. So, alright. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a lull here. I think there are times where we all just need to take a break on occasion. As you can see, I'm wearing glasses today. My eyes have been up and down. As far as irritation, some days my eyes are pretty irritated. Most days they're not. I went on a vacation and things were actually pretty good for the vacation, but a couple days after we got back, I started to have some more like irritated eyes, so that kind of threw things off for a bit, but they're back a little better now. But I like wearing contacts, but I need to moderate their use because they just seem to, over time, take their toll. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm really looking for some new things to do here. I do feel like things are a little bit stale in my little room here as far as projects and stuff, but sometimes you just need to, you know, what happens for me and probably happens for you sometimes is I don't know, I'm not going to speak for you, but I'll speak for me, which is, you know, after a bit of a break, you know, you can, what happens for me is I get to feeling a little bit dull, a little bit like stale with stuff, and then I take a break, and then sometimes I get to the point where the breaks are so long that I kind of like lose touch with it. So that's kind of what's going on right now. That's where it's kind of nice to get back into this. Probably do a couple of other things off camera this week. Try and kind of like defibrillate the tabletop here a bit. Give it a little bit of a zap. Jump start it. You know, put the cables on and turn on the one car, get the thing going, charge up the battery, and then we can kind of like get the other one going, and hopefully then the alternator does its job, and that isn't the problem. But who knows? Maybe sometimes you need a new alternator. No, I don't know. Things are good. It's just it's summer, and summer is a time to be a little more outside, enjoy your family a little more. Still have to work, still have to do. I mean, not all of you. Some of you guys are retired, and I am in some ways envious. I'm sure that there are some of you who are retired. I hear plenty of stories of guys who are get bored with retirement. But I think when we have this, now granted, I could say like if you get the feeling like I have felt at times here in the last couple months, and you're in retirement and like the tabletop isn't doing it for you, then, you know, hopefully you can find something else, another hobby like playing golf or doing woodwork or who knows what. Take your pick. But anyway, that's where things stand here. Hopefully it won't be quite as long of a break between this video and the next one as the previous break was, but can't make any promises. Some of the channels that have been around a long time are, you know, we're doing the best we can, but you know, when you've been doing these channels for a long time, you kind of start to hope you're not spinning wheels in the same patch of mud for the last like 3 years, right? And sometimes you worry about it. It's probably not that way, but you know, you do. It's easy to overthink things. I have stuff that I'd like to kind of like get back to. Again, when you're out of touch with those projects, that makes the energy to get going a little bit more. But just, I want to have fun playing the games. I want to have fun making videos. I want to feel like I'm providing you guys something that you want to watch. And, it doesn't have to be everybody's favorite, but if there are some who like it, that is always helpful. And I think that is the case for the most part. But, it is summer and people are on the move. And the other thing that is true, I will say in the last few weeks, I think I have eclipsed 500 subscribers, which is a nice thing. I came back to this channel hoping to make some inroads towards maybe getting to the point where I'd be monetized here. Because, not that monetization is, not that monetization is like, should be anybody's goal. It's not like you make a mint or anything like that, but, it would be nice to be eventually into the, I think I had quite a few channel friends over at Tabletop Baseball Plus who, some followed. I don't know if everybody did. I think a lot came in there and then maybe lost interest in the hobby, maybe haven't found this yet. So it's like, I just, being somebody who's been doing this quite a while, I just thought reestablishing my own identity, especially being named Earl. I'm spelled a little differently than the Earl at Tabletop Baseball Plus, but I just thought it would be time to kind of like get to name this channel here to be its own entity, and it's had its it's been good, but I guess there had been some hopes that I would have gained a little more ground, but then again, I've also taken some breaks. It's like when you're hobbying, it's just easy to end up in time periods where you're just not feeling it. So that's kind of what's happened here, especially since I've taken this channel back to being active again. So it's a process, but we'll keep working at it. Nothing easy is worth doing, right? Like, if it were easy, I'm not an influencer of millions of people. I wouldn't expect to be. I mean, look at me. That's okay. I don't expect to be, everybody's favorite. I would like to be viewed as a channel that takes pride in trying to simulate sports in a fair, even way, and not trying to, I feel like with any time you do something that's manual like this, I guess while I'm sitting here talking about nuts and bolts, I might as well sort of put these cards away. But I feel like when you're working on a manual project like this, where you're making strategy decisions and things like that, it can be pretty easy to, if you, I kind of feel like that there, if you wanted to, you could definitely come up with the result you wanted, right? I mean, I don't know about stacking dice or anything, but, I'd like to, I guess what I'm hoping is that when someone watches the channel here, that it comes as close to feeling like, if those two teams or if this tournament played out. Now, it's a funny thing is we just did a tournament where, and the tournaments that I do have no real golfers involved, right? So it's tough for someone to sit there and say, okay, well, Kleckner should have won that. He's obviously the better golfer, right? And or you know, Gareth Leonard should have prevailed, right? I mean, it's tough to say that because we don't really we see what's on the card, but you know, I'll tell you what, these games there is a lot of just random dice rolling. You know, luck. You know, luck plays some factor in this, and you know, who gets the breaks, and you know, it definitely is that. You know, you get courses that are tough, and sometimes the tough courses in this game seem to be the one that really, well, that's where it seems like a little less about luck, because I feel like how do I want to say it? I want to say it because I don't want to sound like a goofball, or that I'm like not thinking through it properly. But I think in this game, the more you have to rely on the clutch aspect, the more it's going to be a standard result. Like if you end up at clutch putting, so I think the more you end up in Golf Cam Course, Golf Cam Greenville, you know, I think that's where you end up with your better golfers winning. I think in tournaments that are easy, like this course here was pretty easy, I do think that's where you tend to see a little more of the luck come in, and you'll probably see, and I mean that's why it's probably kind of neat to do a variety of different types of course. I don't think you'd feel that much pleasure playing 20 tournaments all on the best courses, like all on the toughest courses, because all on like major courses, because I think you would really, and maybe that's part of the reason we had Emmerich winning so much in season 2, is that maybe there just wasn't enough back marker tournaments, you know, to, you know, easy courses. Maybe we didn't have we had too strong of a course menu that we were choosing from that skewed it that way. You know what I mean? I do think that's probably a thing, and it'd be nice to hear from a guy like, you know, from guys like Justin Bryant or, well, Larry Rice, Gideon Eames, you know, those guys have played plenty of projects and probably have, you know, David Gray probably is in that group too. I mean, there's a lot of them. You know, Keith would probably be but I wouldn't want to ask him to, you know, reveal what probably is the true game behind the game, right? One of the things that I feel like is better to try to do is not, like, I'm sure that there are guys, you go to a tournament and you want to know all the ins and outs, because I want to go there and I want to get the best score. I want to win the tournament. I want to be considered the best. I mean, that's not necessarily what this channel is about. What I would like to think is this channel's primary, I think what I feel like the ethos for this channel should be is I want to stage contests that provide results that are believable and hopefully mirror what would happen if this situation showed up in real life. And sometimes those situations are going to be governed by luck, bad rolls, bad bounces, maybe some sketchy thought processes. Maybe somebody had a bad night the night before. Maybe they drank too much. Maybe they ate the wrong thing, got food poisoning, where it was in the crapper all night. You know, there's lots of things. Fight with their girlfriend, fight with their wife, fight with both. You name it. So there's always going to be some variation, right? But that's kind of what I'm hoping. And that's kind of what I feel like when you're doing a channel and you're doing, and your mindset for all this stuff is that of the solo player, that you just want to, we want to try to be consistent as possible, as consistent as makes sense. It doesn't, I also don't think we want to sit here and be like ruining every decision, right? Or feeling like, oh, so, Frizard lost because I didn't play the blue chip where I should have, or, like, I don't think we should get there either. But I think the more that you run a project with as clear a mind as far as like any bias goes, I think that's for the better. I think, that may not, on a channel here, that may not play the best, because if you're playing as the Dodgers or the Yankees or the Red Sox or, Cubs, Cardinals, I'm just trying to rattle off teams that, especially in baseball, that seem to be the favorites, the ones that have a big fan base. You might feel like you're tempted to, or if you yourself are a fan of one of these teams, like if I were to play the Bills on here, you might want to satiate your own desire to see the Bills do better, right? But you also may say, oh, well, I want to maybe make sure that when I play, I don't know, play as the Lakers in a basketball game, that I do well with Kobe and Shaq, because there's a lot of Lakers fans, and that might get. I just don't know if that plays into many people's minds who watch these things. Maybe it does. I just being entertaining, I think, would be a good thing to do, and that would probably mean not running a 2-hour video where the first hour and a half is golf and then the last 30 minutes is talking about channel philosophy. But I don't know. I don't have any chats going on in here. I had 2 guys right at the beginning. I don't know if anybody's watching it. It says I have 1 viewer. If you're out there, you're welcome to leave a comment. I'm just kind of like trying to. I need to stand up because my rear end is falling asleep. But I think there are lots of guys doing good stuff here with what we do, and it's not to like claim or portray anybody else to be like not having those ideals. I'm just saying that's kind of what I would want my channel to be thought of, is that I'm going to play things out in a relatively, I think the first time I did a project on this channel here, the first TBL, I don't know, I think a lot of what I was doing at that point was still that, but I also think I was testing things like hit and run, maybe the bunt plays, things like that, stealing. So maybe there was a little more experimentation because I didn't know the game particularly well at the time. And so maybe that does change as you go along. Maybe you're horsing around with. I mean, even what I was doing there with at the baseball here recently, I was, I don't necessarily use lineups that were used by the teams themselves. I try and think through, based on, on base percentage, slugging, maybe homers, things like that. What would make sense to me, and in that regard, that may skew results too. So we just do the best we can. Okay, but anyway, well, I'm gonna get going because it's getting towards dinner time here, and I had a couple comments in recent weeks that were asking about how I was doing and wondering why I hadn't posted videos. One last thing I will do before I do sign off, I'm going to go back to look back at some comments of recent. So let's go in, and I'm going to do both ones I've responded to and ones I haven't. So Forever Remain commented on the UK Championship, another great tournament. Hope I'm fine. Yeah, I mean that. Honestly, what makes me sad is like I feel like I've already forgotten that tournament. I think that's one of the things that's a challenge in this process. Thank you, Forever Remain, for the comment. Is you get to a point, I have so much going on, and maybe I can't. I don't remember the details that I think would be memorable. Maybe that's part of why I feel the way I do at the moment about things, right? Maybe if I could remember that like Denny Rowetter finally broke through on a tournament victory and won the UK Championship at St. George's, that or Trent McAdams won U.S. Open, Magallanes with the Masters. We're going to do the PGA Championship as the final tournament, but like those details. It'd be nice to remember that Marshall Weber won a tournament. Maybe I'll remember that. Steve Faucheux, Emmerich finally won one. I mean, I'm just going back up the list. Max Elliott, he won a C tier. Ernest Kamalo won a B tier. I almost can't even remember the Golden Bear Classic. It's sad. I just can't remember. I've been doing so much of this stuff that I'd like to get to the point where I remember things, and so that's one thing. But I'm fine. It's just I look back on this UK Championship, and maybe I should just watch the video. Maybe I'd get some joy from seeing some of this stuff. Kevin Thomas. Well, let's see. First, I got to go back to this one, right? Oh, I could just do these. Yeah, Michael K. Vitz, 89, put 2 comments in. Where do I get the player's sleeve? I get them from clearbags.com. And clearbags.com. I'm going to respond right now. And while I'm at it, I'm going to look real quick here. They're 2 inches by 3 1/8 inch. I'm going to go ahead and comment on this. 2 inches by 3 1/8 inch bags. There. I think that's correct, right? 3 1/8. 3 1/8. So there. All right. Hopefully that helps you, Michael. Like to know so I'm hoping that you have found links to my spreadsheet videos. I've made a few. I do get occasional requests. Like I've had people try to access or ask for access to the spreadsheets. I don't feel comfortable with that. There have been times I've allowed people to see some things, but and when I'm posting videos on it, I probably should be careful about certain aspects because you might be able to figure out how to look for those things, but I don't want the liability of someone. First off, maybe somebody even getting access that and could edit it and like completely screw up all my spreadsheets, right? These things are kind of like linked to each other, and I try to keep a pretty tight lip. The other thing is like if something doesn't work for you, then if I've given that to you, then I feel like there's some sort of responsibility on my part to then try and troubleshoot and help. And it's like I wish I could teach you all the way to fish rather than just to fish for you and give you the fish. But that's kind of tough too, right? I mean, these spreadsheets for golf especially have been developed. I've been doing this for 3 or 4 years now, and they've been honed, and I add quirks, I add features, and it seems like every time I add a feature, I have to then kind of like go back and like this. The winner was supposed to show up there on that little scoreboard for the playoff. It didn't show up on its own, so that means I've got to make a tweak. So, and I can't find out that I need a tweak until the situation. It's like a debugging. I don't have time to debug stuff like I want to. So that's why I don't do it. I know there are programs that are out there that have been developed. I think the programs are probably as flawed as what I would give you. And I think probably part of the problem is that the person, I've seen this, and I think the person who puts these kinds of programs out probably is overwhelmed with needing to, with the feedback when something doesn't go the way they'd like it to. So, anyway, so that's part of it. Is just I'm trying to head it off at the pass. It's not that I don't want to help. It's just that there's a lot that could go wrong. I don't need any. I don't really need any further things to try and take energy away from doing what I'm doing. And so if I've got what I need here to use, and it probably sounds a little selfish, but then I just need to figure out time to use them, and to use them for my own joy. And maybe that's one of the things that will get me back, and that will be a nice segue to the next comment, which was from Kevin Thomas. Kevin, you've followed this channel for a long time, and I appreciate you doing that. And maybe Michael has as well. I appreciate all of you who followed this channel for a long time. You asked about the Strat football, and I think I replied to one of them, to the updates. But that's a game I'd like to get back to, and that's something that I had developed a system that would track my stats, and I just kind of like gave up on it because I had other stuff going on. Same thing with Atlas Soccer, right? It's like, gotta get back. But I have right here, I have the Atlas Soccer cards. Right here, I have, let's see, can I do it in a way? See, here are the organized Strat football teams. They are right here. I've been behind the 8 ball. So, anyway, let's see. Are there any other here that, thank you, Ron Bernier. So many, I just met so many good people online. I can't wait till a day where it really makes sense to meet some more people in real life. I feel like there are a lot of really smart people who are involved in this stuff and like these things, and it would just be, it's just really, I'm still in the phase of having kids and things like that where it's just not so feasible. Robert Hain, I don't know how you'd say that. It's O-E in German. Sometimes that's got like the O you would like condense those, I think, with a little O with an umlaut over it. But it was National Earl Day a month ago. They must have been really hard up to name a day after me, but maybe they just felt like, with things like the I guess they're called the Chicks now, the Dixie Chicks. I guess they can't call themselves Dixie. They're so woke that even any mention of anything that could be considered, I guess, racist, is a problem for them. So I understand, but maybe because they did this Earl Must Die. I guess it was okay for Earl to die, but they didn't mind making millions off of that idea. But some things are more noble than others, I guess. So anyway, you had talked about a multi-generational 20-team league and a schedule. You know, the only thing I can say is I've shown in the past at times the way to do the double round robin, or just you can do a round robin. And so with the 20 team, you just need to, I think it's a 20. What is that? Would that be a dodecagon, or is that 12? Let's see. Got a new phone, which is kind of helpful. I'd like to figure out how to incorporate it into this stuff, but I might need a new computer too to then like have the right stuff to run everything and connect them all together. So 20-sided polygon. Let's see. Icosagon. An icosagon is 20. So you'd want to have a 21, and then you do is you just, I mean, you could put them really in any order around it that you want if you want to randomize it, but you would just want to go probably 1, 2, and then all the way around to 20, and then the things across from each other on the polygon, they play each other, then you rotate them 1, right? And so then if you had like 1 and 2 at the top, and then all the way around to 20, then the next game would be 20 at 1, right? And then the next, and it would just move everything. So that's kind of like, you just keep rotating it until you're all the way around. That would get you 1 time through the league. Then what you would do is you take all those matchups, and if you want to do double round robin, you just flip them all. Same matchups, just flipped. So the home team would be away, blah, blah, blah. So that's the best I can do for you. I encourage you that if that's what is something that sounds really interesting to you, to do some kind of like, when you say multi-generational, I assume you mean like 1800s, early 1900s, 1920s, 40s, up through now today, and just try and like, I just don't know how they all kind of like homologate, or whatever you want to call it. Not homologate, that's not the right. Like homogenize, like if the stats, how they all work together. But it's I'll be interested to hear if you have anything really going on with that so far. I didn't really respond, unfortunately, because I was, like I said, kind of like calculate ranking points for each player. This is McNabb, so apologies for not responding to this. Any of the ones I didn't respond to yet. I basically use the PGA Tour formula. What I'll try to do is I'll try to comment. Hopefully you're still following your comment. I think this will be the last one I talk about here. I might have a link to where you can find the PGA Tour system for points, if that's what you mean. But the rankings themselves, you have to use a rank formula in either Sheets or Excel. And what you need to do is make sure that when you create the rank formula, you're going to want to create it, use it. You want to rank each a value. That, let's say you rank the first value versus a slate of values, right? When you do that, and you want to fill down, but before you fill down, you want to make sure that this range, that you make it a static range, because when you fill down, you want it to still keep analyzing it versus that data set. You don't, because if you fill down without doing that, then it's going to, let's say it's A1 to A, or let's say it's like D1 to D100, right? And you're starting with D1. Then if you go to D2, it's going to be D2 to D101. It's going to like error out on you. And that's the same thing if you're doing like VLOOKUPs. If you have a static list that you're going from, you need to make sure that you use, and what those are $signs. And if you look for my videos, I've pretty much shown that. So that's two different potential ways that your question could imply. You know, I'm trying to find the right answer. But anyway, all right. Well, I've gone on here a long time, so those of you who've continued to watch live, those who are watching after the fact and are just like picking up some of this stuff, thank you for watching. If you could like, that'd be great. Leave a comment. I'll maybe the next video I do, we'll try and like do a quick question and answer out of that, or I mean, I'll try to do a game, but maybe I'll just finish up a video where I do a game or something with some answers to questions. We'll see. I like to try to answer stuff, but sometimes I'll tell you what, with my eyes, some of the issues that I've had, it's mostly like irritation. Sometimes just looking at a screen is a pain. Like bright light, it can be tough. So that's kind of why this has gone up and down a bit lately. So Marshall Weber, your victor here in the IceBrew Toronto Challenge. IceBrew, so that was from Play. Play has a bunch of sponsor logos that you can use if you'd like to spice up your tournaments or ball games, if you're doing any of their games. So they've got them available. You can download it from their site. It's a free thing. So I think maybe they just want your email. So anyway, good day to you all. Thanks for watching. Next tournament is going to be the Chowda Classic from TPC Boston. So that should be fun. That's another C. We've got, will be a 3-batch C-tier tournament set. Chowder Classic from Boston. Then we go to the Appalachian Hootenanny at the Greenbrier. That's down in West Virginia. So, you know, all of the real sketchy characters, you know, meth heads, Mountain Dew drinkers, they're all going to come out of the woodworks for that one. And then we finish up. We got 2 in a row that are B tiers. So like, it's kind of nice because these C tiers are going to kind of like maybe let some guys who are lower down in the rankings move up. So then maybe we get to the B tier, and a few of those, you know, a couple of those guys can, like Weber here, he won. So that's going to kind of like move him up the priority rank, and is going to give him a chance maybe to you know, play in these B tier tournaments. The B tier are the Blues Belt Classic, which is Memphis, TPC Southwind, and we're going to do the Georgia Open, which is East Lake, which is kind of like a good geographic. It's kind of a neat geographic little wind around here, because we go Toronto. So we got back from England, we went Toronto, then Boston, West Virginia, Memphis, then we go to Atlanta for East Lake. So that's kind of like, that's where the Tour Championship is every year. I decided to keep with that, but we're just going to do the Georgia Open. That's a B tier. And then we're going to have the last major, the final tournament. It's going to be Kiowa Island, which is South Carolina. So it's kind of like a real nice geographic flow as we close out the year. And so I'd love to be done with that by mid-fall. We'll see. Maybe we'll be done by the end of summer. It depends on if I can just get... Now that I'm kind of like in the midst of these things, it might help. You know, getting back to the table, getting back energized. So, see you later. I'll see you next time on the Tenacious Golf Tour with the Chowda Classic. You're going to have to park your car way out there, Margaret. But Westinghouse is the... he's the what do you call that, the returning champion. He might not even play in it. Like I said, that's another C tier. So good night, everybody. Have a nice rest of your Sunday. Hope you have a good start to your week, and we'll see you back here on Tenacious Sports. Peace, and God bless you all.